Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got quite a few things to go over. We have some new rumors for Legends EA to take a look at. Some new Nintendo Switch 2 updates have also popped up. A lot of things to break down and get into. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try to hit 500 likes. It really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, we're going to be taking a look at the latest rumor for Pokemon Legends EA. This, of course, was taken from 4chan, so take it with a massive grain of salt, as always. Most of the time, these do turn out to be false, but sometimes one every now and again does turn out to be true. But anyway, this was posted on the 17th of June, so a few days ago now. It's titled Legends EA, posted by Anonymous. So let's see what this rumor has in store. So it says the start Pokemon for Legends EA are Popplio, Scorbunny, and Sprigatito, and they all get regional forms. So I mean, straight off the bat, this is an interesting trio of starters. I mean, Sprigatito was literally the latest grass starter Pokemon for Generation 9 for Scarlet and Violet, so I think it's highly unlikely that it's going to get, like, back-to-back game, like, starter Pokemon. So highly unlikely the Sprigatito is going to be there. Scorbunny, I think, is just one that a lot of people are assuming is going to be the fire starter for Pokemon Legends EA, unless it's obviously the Generation 6 starters. And then Popplio, yeah, I think Popplio is relatively likely as well. We did have Rowlet for Pokemon Legends Arceus, which of course was one of the Generation 7 starters, so there's no reason why Popplio can't be as well. But either way, yeah, Popplio, Scorbunny, and Sprigatito is an interesting trio. But Sprigatito, I don't see the point of that because it's literally just got a game where it's the starter Pokemon. I feel like it should be Chikorita or Snivy or something like that. You know, a starter Pokemon that hasn't really had the spotlight recently. So yeah, for me, it makes sense to have one of those two as the starter. But either way, apparently, Popplio, Scorbunny, Sprigatito are going to be the starters. And they're also getting regional forms as well. So I don't know if that means like Popplio, Scorbunny, and Sprigatito are getting regional forms, or if the final evolutions, so Primarina, Cinderace, and Meowscarada are all getting the regional forms, just like the final evolutions did in Legends Arceus. But either way, that's the first bit. Next up, we have Legends Arceus battle styles are gone. So the strong style and agile style that we had in Pokemon Legends Arceus are apparently not going to be in Pokemon Legends EA. I kind of get that a little bit because I think there's going to be a lot more battling in this game. So the agile and strong style, it was very unique and obviously brand new to Legends Arceus, but because there wasn't that much like trainer battles and stuff, it was mainly for wild Pokemon. It was a little bit, you know, more in kind of inclined to do with that. But with battles that are majority probably going to be trainer battles in this game, I do understand why they wouldn't be in it. I still hope that they are in it, and I hope that there is an online kind of mode where you can battle people in that sort of like battle kind of style. That would be really, really cool. But yeah, apparently those battle styles are gone for Pokemon Legends EA. Next up, crafting more or less returns with a huge overhaul and permanent items. So yeah, I mean, the whole thing about crafting in Legends Arceus was because it was dated quite far back in time, and so obviously technology hadn't really risen that much by then. We don't really know when Legends EA is going to take place. If it's only like 100 years ago, I don't think we'd be crafting that much at all. And I mean, it depends. Like, I feel like if we're building a city, the technology is going to be relatively decent, so they probably are going to have like Pokeballs and stuff. I don't think we're going to be crafting that. We might be crafting other stuff. We might even be crafting stuff for the city. But yeah, it says, you know, it's going to have a huge overhaul and permanent items. So if crafting does return, I think it's more so going to be for like other things to do with the city and not items that we use. I highly doubt we're going to be crafting Pokeballs and potions and stuff. I think it might even be like furniture and stuff. Like, we might even get our own house in Lumiose and we can craft like furniture and stuff for it. That'd be really, really cool. And then you can have like a mini secret base, and then you can like join other people's secret bases. That would be so sick. Probably not going to be the case, but either way, yeah, crafting more or less returns. Huge overhaul with permanent items. Next up, Pokemon can still find items in the overworld and fight other Pokemon like in Legends Arceus. So, for me, I think this doesn't really make that much sense in a city, because there's going to be like people walking around and stuff, and so if your Pokemon's just kind of let loose and it's just attacking random Pokemon in the city, it's just going to be a bit weird. For me, I still think we're going to go into the catacombs, like the underground, and that's where we're going to find like materials for the city, and that's where Pokemon are going to be attacking us and stuff, because they're not used to human interaction. Because yeah, it just doesn't really make sense for your Pokemon just to randomly attack other Pokemon in the city. But either way, it's going to be interesting because it does just take place in the city. It's going to be interesting how they kind of utilize that in terms of this kind of style that Legends Arceus had as well, with Pokemon that attack the trainer and stuff like that. Either way, yeah, they can still find items in the overworld as well. Wild Pokemon can ambush you in hordes of 5. You can either attack them or use craft overworld items to defeat or distract them. So that, I mean, that kind of happens a tiny bit in Legends Arceus. If there's quite a few Pokemon around, they will all attack you. But Pokemon that ambush you in hordes of 5, I guess that's like hordes from X and Y and Auras and stuff, obviously the Generation 6 games. So that's kind of brought back. But yeah, they all attack you at once, just like they do in hordes. But obviously this time it'd be like a little bit different in the sense that obviously it's not the normal battle kind of situation that we had in those games. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind that. That'd be kind of a cool little thing. Obviously, I'm assuming they'd be lower levels, just like they are in Hordes, because obviously there's 5 of them. But yeah, being able to craft overworld items to defeat or distract them would also be, yeah, would also be kind of cool. Lumiose is being rebuilt and requires crafted items to help complete. So yeah, this is obviously what we were talking about earlier in terms of obviously crafting more or less returns with a huge overhaul. Yeah, I think we are going to be crafting things for the city 100%, and I think we will have to grab like materials and stuff, whether that be in the catacombs or like on the outskirts of the city or whatever. Maybe we have to go defeat certain Pokemon to get those items in order to help kind of build sort of different things for the city. I think either of those options are pretty cool, but yeah, I think that is going to be how we do kind of rebuild the city. We have to go out of our way to go and get the materials and stuff. So yeah, 100% agree with that. The Battle Institute is overhauled and serves as the main purpose for trainer battles in the city. The more battles you do, the more information gets sent to the Institute. So yeah, I mean, that would be an extra kind of like cool sort of thing to have in the game. I really hope that sort of thing is in the game as well. The Battle Institute would be a really cool thing for Legends ZA, and I don't think a lot of people would really expect to see that as well. But I think that would be a really cool way for them to like implement more gameplay features and just more longevity to the game by adding that in. And it obviously gives you a reason to do it as well, because obviously more information gets sent to the Institute as well. So the more battles you do, is generally serving a purpose as well. So I'm pretty happy with that as well. That sounds really, really cool. There is a nobility ranking based on your battles, and boss trainers named Dukes and Duchesses serve as gym leaders. So yeah, personally, I think there's going to be a lot of like gym leader quote-unquote battles. I just said Duchesses, it's Duchesses, isn't it? I just said that completely wrong. Dukes and Duchesses. But either way, yeah, I do think there's going to be a lot of gym leaders. Not like gym leaders, but like big kind of trainer battles in the game that we obviously have to take part in to maybe, I don't know, get further on into the city. Maybe certain locations are, I guess, not trapped, but they're just kind of like caught, like wardened off or whatever, and you have to defeat a certain trainer to kind of move on. But yeah, I mean, like I say, I think there's going to be a much more of a focus on battles in this game, so I'd expect there to be, you know, like I say, big boss battles that you have to take part in as well. Dukes and Duchesses have 2 phases, 1 team battle and 1 battle where you fight their Mega Evolution. So that sounds like it'd be a combination of like Legends Arceus and kind of like the normal games. So the Legends Arceus where you fight like Cleavor and other Pokemon as well, like, you know, Electrode and Arcanine and stuff. That would be like the Mega Evolution fight. And then we also have the fights as well where you take on their team. So yeah, 2 phases would be really cool. That'd be like, yeah, I'd be really happy with that, because you fight their team and then you think it's over, and then boom, a Mega Evolution comes out of nowhere. And I think it'd make the game relatively difficult as well, which would be cool. So yeah, I'd be very, very happy with that. I hope that's kind of the situation that they kind of go with. But even if it's not, I do think, you know, even if this turns out to be false, I do think that, you know, rampaging Mega Evolution Pokemon might be in the city. Like maybe they're corrupted in some sort of way. Maybe there's something that's like keeping them as a Mega, and we have to go out of our way to kind of revert them back to their original form, and that'll like stop them rampaging and stuff maybe. It says there are more Mega Evolutions introduced than Auras. I can't remember how many were introduced in Auras. It was like 10 or something like that. But yeah, I mean, for me, I think there might be like 10 to 15 new Mega Evolutions in Pokemon Legends ZA. I think there's going to be a lot less regional forms and stuff, and I think it will kind of just concentrate on yeah, Mega Evolutions, because obviously it's a gimmick that's returning that a lot of people do love. We haven't had a new Mega Evolution since Auras, so yeah, getting one for this game, which we obviously know it's returning, would be really cool. And yeah, I think there's going to be quite a few. I think we need quite a few as well. Like, a lot of people do really, really love Mega Evolutions, and it's a lot of people's favorite gimmick, so having more to look forward to would be, yeah, would be really, really fun. It says Magearna gets a Mega Evolution. So Magearna obviously has a lot of Kalos kind of links and stuff and representation, so I completely understand why that would get one. Obviously Diancie already has one, and that's kind of like the Gen 6 mythical, amongst other mythicals obviously, but yeah, Diancie getting one is kind of was a cool thing, because I think there are like links from Diancie to Mega Evolutions, and I think that's going to get explored and explained more in this game. But yeah, Magearna getting one, I think would be really, really cool as well. Xerneas and Yveltal get fragmented forms, so I'm assuming that would be like the origin forms that Dialga and Palkia got, but this game they're called Fragmented. So yeah, no idea what that kind of form is, if it's similar to origin forms or is similar to primal forms, and maybe it's just a different name. But yeah, either way, I do think that Xerneas and Yveltal will get some sort of love or some sort of kind of power buff in this game, 100%. Then goes on to say Zygarde doesn't get a new form. You must summon it to defeat Xerneas and Yveltal. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want Zygarde to get a new form. It already has multiple. It already has a 100% form. If it did get a Mega Evolution or something, it'd probably have to be stronger than it or on par with it. And I just don't really see the point of it. I'd much rather Xerneas and Yveltal get one. Arceus didn't get any kind of new form in Legends Arceus, so you know, I don't know why Zygarde would. I mean, obviously Arceus got that kind of like plate thing, but apart from that, you know, Zygarde might get something similar, maybe, that might change its typing or something. But yeah, I think the 100% form kind of, I think kind of prevents it from getting anything in this game, because I don't think they're going to make anything stronger than a 100% form, because I think that would be a little bit too busted. And then also, AZ is the final boss battle and uses Eternal Floette. His Mega Evolution is Golurk. This is like the second rumor that I've covered recently where there's a Mega Evolution of Golurk, and I don't know why. And maybe it's just a lot of people have the same kind of thoughts. Maybe it is because it's all legit, who knows. But yeah, Golurk getting a Mega Evolution would be kind of cool. I think that'd be a really good choice. And then yeah, obviously AZ would have Eternal Floette as in its team, and I still personally think we're going to get Eternal Floette as a early purchase bonus. I think it makes sense. I think that, you know, it's been a Pokemon that people have been trying to get a hold of for a long time. You know, it has its own unique move and stuff. It's got its own unique stats, and I think that yeah, an early purchase bonus would be the best way for them to give it us and not have to properly incorporate it into the story, because we're not going to be able to catch it. It's like AZ's Pokemon, so I don't see how there'd ever be a situation where we grab it off him, and we can't like. Yeah, it's not like unless it's like a different alternate universe or something where maybe he passes away or something, who knows, and we take it then. But yeah, obviously in Pokemon X and Y, Eternal Floette returns to him, so we know that they do, I guess, bond together again. So yeah, for me, I think an early purchase bonus allows us to get it without it kind of, you know, messing the story up or anything like that. And then the Kalos starters get Mega Evolutions as well. So Greninja, Delphox, and Chestnut all get Mega Evolutions. So all in all, I mean, it's an okay rumor. There's definitely things that I don't agree with. There's things that I really, really like as well, like the Duke and Duchess having like 2 phases, loads of new Mega Evolutions, stuff like that. I think sounds really cool. Again, the materials for the city I think sounds kind of legit. But it's just like the Sprigatito thing. I just don't know why that would be the starter. And also getting a regional form, like we've literally just had it in Generation 9. Why would it get like any more spotlight now when there's Pokemon like Chikorita and Snivy and Pokemon like that haven't had anything in like a decade? You know, it just doesn't really make sense. But either way, that's the rumor. Let me know your thoughts on it. Do you think it is true or not? But yeah, that's the rumor for Legends EA. Moving on, we have a quick Nintendo Switch 2 update to go over as well. So this was posted by WWG. Saying the No More Heroes developer says it's going to cook for the Nintendo Switch 2. So, yeah, going to cook for the Nintendo Switch 2. A successor to the Nintendo Switch is currently in the works. While we don't know exactly when it's going to get revealed, buzz around the new system has been building quite a bit over the last few months. In an interview with Video Game Chronicle, No More Heroes director Goichi, so Suda51, Suda talked about the new system and the plans of the studio Grasshopper manufacturer. Suda51 says he has no idea what's coming up, but shared a lot of enthusiasm for Nintendo's next project. Apparently, Grasshopper plans to support the system in a significant way. So I don't have anything in particular that I can think of as far as new features I want to see in the next gen iteration of it are concerned, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what Nintendo does with it. They've always done revolutionary stuff for software and the video game industry in general. Suda51 told VGC, I'm super excited for the next console, especially since we're definitely going to cook for it. And then, as mentioned by Video Game Chronicle, Suda51 appeared at the 2017 reveal event for the Nintendo Switch alongside other notable developers such as Todd Howard. It remains to be seen whether he'll play any role in the unveiling of the console successor, which is set to be announced sometime prior to the end of Nintendo's current fiscal year in March 2025. We know for a fact that the system will be revealed sometime after this month's Nintendo Direct, but a specific date has yet to be announced. Unfortunately, Suda51 did not offer any hints about what can be expected from Grasshopper on the new system. There have been a number of rumors about what games will be released for Nintendo's new hardware, but there's been little in the way of official information. Nintendo has done an excellent job keeping a lid on its plans, as its only definitive thing we know is that we will carry over the current Nintendo account system. So, yeah, maybe they do appear with the big kind of reveal for the Nintendo Switch 2, which again, I think will be in like a big Nintendo Direct They're going to showcase the console. They're going to showcase maybe the release date. They'll showcase some games that are coming for it as well. It's going to be like a massive event. And yeah, maybe, you know, Suda51 is also going to appear there as well. But either way, just a couple of small updates for the Nintendo Switch 2. If you are a fan, obviously, of the No More Heroes developer, they're going to cook for the Switch 2 as well. So kind of confirming that they are going to be bringing some stuff for the next console. But anyway, that is going to be everything for me. If you enjoyed the video, please do drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It does really help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on the Switch 2 stuff and also your thoughts on the latest rumor for Legend ZA. Do you think it is true or not? Let's try and hit 500 likes, so it does really help out. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, peace.